Hey there, heroes. No, the lighting's not great. Welcome to No Comics for Old Men. Just wanted to give a quick video. We just picked up 10 boxes of comics. Got 2 short boxes in front of me where we pulled out the money. So I'll show you what came through the comic shop. We're going to do pretty good on these. So 256, Amazing Spider-Man. Condition on some of the Bronze Age aren't fantastic, but these are real sellers, you know. It's 243. There's 328. McFarlane doing the Gray Hulk there. It's Daredevil 500, but it's the variant issue, variant cover. Looks like it's an Alex Ross. Star Wars Dark Empire. All the Star Wars is on fire. Everybody knows that, so it was great to get that. These reprints sell really well, either in shop or online. They do great. The Marvel Milestones. So that's reprinted Giant X-Men #1. Because everyone knows most of us can't afford that issue, the original one. X-Force #2 sells all the time for me. What's third appearance of Deadpool. Got New Mutants 100. 2 of them. The white issue. We got 87. We got 3 of the second prints. So that wasn't too bad. Would have been nice to have a first print, but second prints sell all the time. Silver Surfer #1. It's the I think 87, 287. This sells all the time. Spider-Man 365. Got X-Men 185. Star Wars Shadow Stalker. Dark Empire #4. Sorry. Web of Spider-Man, First Armored. 13 is the swipe of #1, but in the black costume. Yeah, it doesn't have a ton of value. Sells all the time, every day, all day. Blue holograph, which is number 189 of Spectacular. Yeah, so this came from a house clean out. Really nice gentleman. It's the first time he brought us stuff. Yeah, so hopefully we can do business with him again. Get a couple of these from Marvel Legends with the backboard. Yeah, I'm going to try them out, see what they do. So that's a reprint of Amazing Fantasy 15 on the Marvel Legends. Other Marvel Legends. Got a bunch of those. Old Man Logan Wolverine. Wolverine Old Man Logan, I mean. That's that was a pretty big book at one time. I don't check that out. A couple of that in that run. Flash Rebirth 1 through 4. Couple of first appearances in I think one's a first appearance and one's a new race between Superman. It's that Wolverine Sabretooth book. Another Old Man Logan. Another couple of not for sales from the action figures from Hasbro. Another one of the swipes. Kick-Ass #1. X-Force #1. I'm sorry, not X-Force, X-Factor. We did get X-Force #1, but so this is a book not a lot of people know about. It's probably mid-90s, late 90s. It's Arachnus, first edition Virgin, not Virgin, first edition signed. Another #1, different cover, and I think that's the regular A cover. And then who doesn't have about 15 of these in their collection? But you know, it's a book that sells pretty regularly for me at a very fair, you know, we do it at a really fair price. Then some more of the Death of Superman, appearances of Doomsday, multiple copies. Also, you know, I only got about a short box of books that were going to end up in my 50-cent bin. This is the Rebirth. This is a pretty cool book. I think this came with an action figure also. This is a Star Wars Zero. Leia on the cover. It's not full comic book size. It's a little bit smaller, but it is the same width. Oh, what I was saying about the Doomsday, we have the 2 or 3 issues of the appearance in the Justice League at that same time period. So Infinity Gauntlet 1, Infinity Gauntlet 4, Infinity Gauntlet 5, and 6. I love the 6 color, them two fighting on the cover. That's great. I always pull out these Wizard halves. Don't know about how many, like the print run is very unsure, but they come with a COA. They're cool. Tales of the Jedi #1. Rogue Squadron half from Wizards. Haven't seen what that's going for now that they've announced Rogue Squadron. So, yeah, let's see what that'll do. We'll put that up. Deadpool #1 from that series. This is the Action Comics Supergirl Swipe from Action Comics #1. She's tossing the car. Of course, another Rebirth when he comes back, Superman comes back. It's an Image book called Sharky, but it's signed twice. So, don't know what that could do. Now, this was the big hit from the collection. So, Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage. Not 1, but 2. And a second print. Second print could use a pressing. It's a little rolled because they didn't put a backboard in it, but yeah. And then so X-Men sell like, I mean, if you're a dealer, you know X-Men just sells. It's $2.99, $300. Oh, and then these are a pretty nice hit. These are starting to ramp up as the first appearance of Omega Red. Very cool character. Very cool character. And even though they printed so many of these are on the rise. The new collectors, they don't have one. They need to get one. So, got 2 of those. It's the Death of Superman, if you didn't know. So, 362. This is after first appearance of Carnage. And 363. 2 copies of that. X-Men 30, which is The Marriage. Not a huge book, but good seller. This is a good regular seller for me. People like that in their collection if they don't have it. 138, it's a little beat. You know, we have one up on the wall. This one's, you know, it looks like the cover may be detached. 147 in pretty decent condition. 180. 183. 185. 185 is also pretty rough, and so is this 276. But again, I'll put them in the dollar bin. They'll be gone. The first person that goes through it, they'll pick it up just as a reading copy or to fill out their run. 279, a lot better condition. Don't believe that's a key issue, but Amazing Spider-Man sells every day, all day long. 283, decent condition. 290, it's good condition. That's a key book. McFarlane 302, not a key book, but it's in that run. If you're trying to put together the McFarlane run, you need 302 and 303. They're here. 359, 360, which I believe is the first cameo appearance of Cletus, or his first full appearance of Cletus Cassidy becomes Carnage. But that also may be 359, so my memory's not great. And another. So this is weird. I tried looking this one up. I couldn't find it anywhere. Maybe you all out in the land can help me out. I know it's a reprint. It doesn't have the reprint date on it. Says Star Wars 103 or SW 103 in the corner. There's no UPC code. There's no price. So it definitely was a free giveaway. It has Almar's Book Plus on the back. It doesn't say your breast always buys more. Almar's 12 branches nationwide. May have been a free giveaway from there. It has Bible stories. It looks must have come from there, because it looks like they've got inside. Well, I probably should have looked through the book a little bit more, right? It's really thin for. I don't even know if it's the whole 103. I'd have to check. But you know, oddball stuff sells. It's kind of rough condition. Another free giveaway. This is Captain America Drugs issue that was given away by The Guardian. Intelligent Choice since 1860. They sponsored it. Got a nice letter from The Guardian on the back. Secret Wars -- 2. First appearance of Quake. It's currently a $12 book, but you know, in the book, but I think it's been selling online for more than that. So we'll see. Cloak and Dagger 1, but this is a dollar bin book. I just like it. So I don't know. I've never seen this before, but this comes with a certificate of authenticity. Try to bring this really close. It has a real Stan Lee signature, and it's one of his better, cleaner ones. It's probably back from the 90s. Certificate of authenticity from Wizard. It is an X-Men flashback book, so the book has very little value, but the Stan Lee signature is always good. This new X-Men run, I can never remember exactly which ones are worth money, which ones aren't, so I always pull them. Bishop 282, the second print. First print. Heroes Reborn, Captain America. I would have never pulled this before, but this is, well, I don't know if this is a B cover. This is Heroes Return. I think this is Heroes Reborn. So this is the Ricky Barnes first appearance. She hasn't become Nomad yet, so. This is Ghost Rider #1. It's got a very Purple Rain feel to the cover. The glow-in-the-dark cover always sells. Big seller. Here's another Wizard half. Savage Dragon. Another 282. Another 282. Now I'm gonna sell these bishops now. They haven't done anything with Bishop yet. It's a good spec. Bishop's a really cool character. He may have been in Future Past, right? But you know, down the road, Disney Plus, maybe they do a District X series where, you know, they're like doing that law enforcement book, and it'll, you know, that's when it'll pop. X-Men's Archangel, 210, 208, 207, 150, 158. I always pull the sub 200s because, you know, if it's in mint condition, it's a $10 book and up. So, and people go, oh, it only books for $8. Well, I have to replace it, and I'd rather sit it on my wall. It's only $2 extra. People say, well, people bring you comics all the time. Yeah, but they don't always have the best issues. There was runs in this collection where the best stuff was missing. So somebody did pick it. It just seems like it may have been picked 3 to 5 years ago. So anything that popped after that was in here, with the exception of the Carnages. I don't know how they made it. So there's X-Men 136 and 142. Another new X-Men. Daredevil and the Frank Miller run. These are some great books, you know, $10 to $30 books. Death of Elektra. I don't know if that's not where she dies, but that's in that run. So then we got Daredevil 108. Daredevil 82. Daredevil 57, and the next one is the other big hit from the series, Daredevil 18, First Gladiator. Nice Silver Age book, and it's in really nice condition. There is a little color break in this bottom corner, but otherwise it could probably use a cleaning, which I am not proficient at, but so somebody will get a decent price on it and then be able to step it up a little bit. Now that I'm looking a little tougher, there's a lot of spine ticks, so maybe like a 6, 5.5 or a 6 to 6. This sells all the time. All these shiny covers do. They haven't done really anything with him, but it'll happen someday, and then a book will pop. These, like I said earlier, they all sell all day long. The hollow covers. Alright, let's get into this box. X-Men 213, 217. The Stand. The reason I pulled this is because it's a variant cover. I don't know if they were 1 in 25s or just a B cover. I'll have to check it out. A Lady Death ash can. The Lady Death fans are tried and true, and they buy all of her stuff. These sell all the time. Way Above book. There's a X-Men. That was issue 200. 202. 204. Amazing Spider-Man 217. It's in the McFarlane run. X-Men 203. This is a Deadpool. I think I'm pretty sure it's a miniseries. It's the all-new X-Men limited series Deadpool. Number 1 and number 4. Number 1, number 4. Another character that sells pretty easy for me. Amazing Spider-Man 223, still McFarlane. Another one. 216. It's a great cover where Venom's just kicking the crap out of Spider-Man on the cover. It's awesome. 310. Ghost Rider 25. Not worth a ton of money, but the anniversary issues 1, 25, 50, 75. Always seem to sell. Don't ask me. Justice League #1 from New 52. I was really hoping for a lot more New 52. They're just starting to pick at the New 52 characters, and yeah, that's going to be something to hold on to, all that New 52 stuff. I mean, Court of Owls is already kind of expensive, but I think it's even got more room to grow. It's an amazing story regardless. Even if they weren't making TV out of it down in the future, that book will always be a seller. So yeah, Spider-Man 1, it's the silver cover. It sells all the time. The bagged cover. I don't know why I pulled #2. Probably because I have 2, 3, and 4, probably. There's the Green Hollow. That's regular Spider-Man #26. This is the origin of the blue suit. I don't know if this is key. It probably isn't, but I pulled it because it's too Amazing Spider-Man. Now, these aren't getting a lot of talk on the shows on YouTube or anywhere else, but the Veronica title, imprint by Glenn Danzig, these books are selling really regularly and above book. So if you find them out in the wild and you're in the dollar bin, yeah, it's not on Key Collector, which is an amazing app. Works great. I use it and used it when I was pulling stuff from this collection. But these sell to more people than just comic collectors. The art in them is amazing. If you're a horror fan, if you're a metal fan, this stuff is right on. I always pull them. They always sell. Sort of like the Lady Death fans and the Vampirella fans. So here's another #1 that I was looking for some information on, but now I see that it's another Almers. Probably take a picture of this and send it to Nick over at Key Collector. I don't know if they might have put out a lot of books, and their print runs may be pretty small. These are the condition that these are in. These wouldn't be high dollar, but maybe if there's any out there in the wild you find, because that's the first 2 I've seen, and I've been buying since that book came out in '77. I've been buying comics. Oh, well, there's some that aren't worth what they used to be worth. That's what you get when you're trying to make it interesting. So second appearance of Kal-El? No. That Earth Black Superman. I can't remember his name. Because they haven't used him enough. He should be used a lot more. X-Men 161. Spider-Man 600. X-Men 170. X-Men 173. 176. 2 issues. And I might not have pointed out I had some stuff that's newsstand issues too. Batman Year 1, #407. Batman 428. It's a nice $40 book. X-Men 312. Death of Superman. Now, this is a Death of Superman. I don't know if they had UPC codes inside the black bag, and this is just an issue that's been removed from the black bag. I couldn't find the variant on this with the UPC code newsstand issue, so that was my guess. But then these are direct market second printings. Let's get that number. You get that Roman numeral 2. This is Superman 160. I forget why that's a key. Yeah, I can't remember why that's a key, but it is. Another second edition. This is the variant cover with the white background of Secret Wars #1. Yeah, $8 book. First appearance of the blue costume, Superman 123. That cover and that cover. I didn't get a chance to look this up, but you know, on Eclipse, the original Miracle Man #2, Alan Moore at his greatness. New 52 Action Comics #1. Like I said, I'm pulling everything New 52. Death of Spider-Man. It's a variant edition, that's why I pulled it. Death of Spider-Man Ultimates. Pulled this because it's Spawn 221. It's before, you know, they started gearing up for 300. But if you see, it is Amazing Fantasy #15 cover swipe, which I hadn't seen that one before. Frank Miller's Sin City. People are always looking to fill that whole set out. Another Wizard's Half. These are some more of the Hasbro stuff. Spawn. You know, I think there might be big things happening for Spawn soon. You know, they announced the movie and stuff, and then it's been a couple of years since it's happened. Jamie Foxx still attached to it. But I think we're going to start seeing more stuff from Todd. I know he's really started to gear up his toy company again, and I don't think the comics are going to be that far behind. #2, #9, #5. This has got a first appearance of a character. It's not worth a lot of money, but it's a real creepy character, so, you know, you never know. It's a Wizard's Half, Lonely Place for Dying, that Batman run, More Year One. This is, I think, a $40 book. And then #5 of it. That really old school iconic look. Feels 30s, 40s. It's really nice. And then this just rounds out it doesn't have any value. It's not key issue, but it rounds it out. Preacher #1. Now this is, you know, cold and it's going down because the show has ended. But still, what an amazingly great story. Great book. And hard to come by because, you know, it was on Vertigo. And first appearance of Domino as Domino. This is probably a Hasbro reprint for the toy, but it is Amazing Spider-Man 301. Virgin cover of Red Sonja. I don't know what issue it is, but the art is amazing. I pulled it. Supergirl #1 with that crazy, just carrying that crazy notebook around with her. Hulk #300. It's another Hulk. This is a Hulk McFarlane cover. 377. I wish it was third print, but it's not. But it's still a decent book. 456. Hulk becomes the god of one of the four horsemen. He becomes War, and this is him battling as War. This is Eclipso, and this is the direct edition that has the gem as his eye. I don't know if you can see that, but the shipping on that was nightmare. Bloodshot 0. Sleepwalker 1. Mortal Kombat Collector's Edition comic. These ones are all the video game comics are really starting to heat up because they're going from, even though there was already several Mortal Kombat movies, a lot of the video games are moving from video games. They already had become comics, and now they're becoming movies. And every time they have a new one comes out, the comics pop. So this is Punisher 59 and Punisher 60. That's where he has the face replant and he's now a black man. He fights with Cage. Kind of a weird issue. Punisher War Journal number 1. Regular Punisher number 4. X Factor 87, but it is signed by Quesada 93. I love when the guys date it. It really puts when the book was about. Some Venom books. Enemy Within 2. Mace number 1. The Mace copies all have that embossed card cover. The number 1s did anyway. 2. Madness and 3 the Madness. I pulled this because I thought it was really cool. Universal Soldier for the movie when it came out. It has a hologram eye. It's just an all-around cool looking comic. Still in its poly bag. So yeah, I think it's a cool book. So $3.75 shiny. We always know the shiny sell. Amazing Spider-Man 333. This one Larson took over. It's not the first issue of Larson, but it is. So here's a Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane 63. Jimmy Olsen number 30, 10-cent issue. It is early Silver Age because it has comic code on it. Batman the Dark Knight number 1. Batman 608. I think that's the first issue in the Hush run. A Death in the Family number 429. This is after 428, the $40 book. I think this is like a $12 book. These always sell regardless of print and condition. You can always at least get the $5 for it. So it's Batman the Killing Joke. Well, I couldn't tell you what that coral color, because I think they went to like 11 or 12 printings. The Long Halloween. So sadly not the entire run, but 11, 12, and 13. And 2 number 11s. A number 9. And a number 1. Punisher number 5, 4, 3. Oh, missing one. There's 1, but missing number 2. So if oh no, there's number 2, and I'm missing number 3. So if there's a number 3 somewhere in the collection I missed. The other weird thing was this was the first issue says at top 1 in a 4-issue limited series, and by number 2 they're like, oh, let's add one. This is issue 2 in a 5-issue limited series. So very strange. And then this is the first of the unlimited series. Rise Zero, just because. And that's it. The money books, I think we did super good on this collection. My son came down. We're closed for COVID, so we made an appointment for the gentleman. He came down. We all wore masks. Started going through the books. He didn't have any physical, emotional attachment to them because he had been the guy who did the clean out. He just wanted to get his money and go. So we did all right. Did great. And we really appreciate you tuning in and watching. Keep reading comics. Sorry this one's so long.